And as this room fill up, be sure, and I mean just that, be sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk. And beyond, baby, that's including the ice wall. Come on, baby. Mama said there'll be days literally just like this.
What more do you want?
Come on with it. One thing we all adore, something worth dying for. We stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Yeah. The unknown, baby. Into the window, into the wall. Cowboys fans must expect the unexpected. Let me know if my grammar is right on that one. Come on with it. Let the vibes heal you up. Come on with it. Got more people than this to jump in. Are you not entertained? Is this not why you're here? Come on with it. What is your profession? Law. 5, 4, 3, 2, and
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
what? Ain't no party like a cowboy party. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. What up? What up? Come on with it. Come on with it. Yeah. Oh. Hit that note for me. What up?
I ain't mad at you.
What up?
I ain't
Mad at you. Riggs. Oh my gosh, man. All right.
Are you not entertained?
Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me?
So the Cowboys will maybe, possibly, in some of those words or factors, trade up. Now, as you look at my thumbnail, you know, if you look at the thumbnails of things, you see Abdul Carter, right? And then you see Will Campbell, right? And then you see Travis Hunter. You know, those three right there could be in the silver and blue. If the Cowboys, because I don't really see anyone else that you would trade up for, you know. But let me know in the chat, you know, if they did all of this to trade up for Kelvin Banks, man, I'm sitting here like, man, you know, what my guy had. You must be out, yo.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah, what's going on with this, you know? But with all of that being said, I truly believe last night gave a lot of people heart attacks or what have you, if you are of the belief that you wanted to draft Carter in the first or the second or the third pick or what have you. And I'm thinking that, hey, man, my foot hurt. I don't want to go to the Browns. That's probably what happened there. All right, before we even get anything going with the film analysis, boy, woo.
Angie selectively aggressive $19.99.
Is that your
Hi,
name?
Law. I'm selectively tardy, but here's my offering and ties.
Okay, all right. Appreciate you, girl. Ooh, starting this day out good.
Damn!
Yeah, she, girl.
Take the money out! All of it!
Yeah.
Come on!
What a way to start the morning off. Yeah, come on, girl. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yes, indeed. Boy, I'm sick in the head, man.
Spartan! What is your profession? Take the money out! All of it!
No doubt, no doubt. All right. So with that Abdul Carter possibility, man, with the foot and everything, there's only one team that I know for sure that can take those risks and won't get fired, and that's the Dallas Cowboys. And if you're really thinking about it, and if you really like what Parsons was able to do, it looks like Carter already got some moves, man. I'm seeing spin moves. I'm seeing active hands, busy feet, already knowing how to play half body. So, and getting upfield and playing contain pretty well. I like what Carter bring to the table. I'm not foolish, right? And I know that he have his allegiance with the Eagles, right? So if anything, I want him to be with the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet. But there were some other reports that Drew Rosenhaus is a really good agent, and he's already starting off with Drew Rosenhaus, so that's a whole nother conversation for the nation. But I can tell you that they done put some Band-Aid over this and said, you know what, it's just a stress factor. He can heal it without having surgeries, and he's going to perform at Pro Day, so he's going to skip out on the combine. And that is the situation with him. Now, if you like Carter here, put 1-1 in the chat. Let me see the 1-1s in the chat. Yeah, stress factor, big question. Yes, Arturo. Yeah, appreciate you, fam. Put 1-1 if you want Carter here, if you want Parsons Carter administrations to be here, and they break the pool stick and fight over 11. If that's the situation, and if that's the scenario, would you want Carter here with the silver and blue? And let me see. Put 1-1 in the chat. Let me see. Ooh, I didn't know that y'all would skip out on a running back like that. Y'all would skip out on Tet like that. Y'all value Carter higher than the Ashton Genty? Are y'all valuing Carter higher than Tet? Here in the silver and blue. I mean, what we gonna do with Marshawn Nealon and Sam Williams and, Michael Prescott? Michael Prescott. Oh, my bad. Michael Parsons. Yeah, so what's gonna happen there, with all of those things that we can go in with these particular conversations? Nah, don't say that, Lord. Yeah, I'm just saying, Stick City, baby. Toxic Tom, appreciate you. Congratulations on whatever Angie's congratulating you on.
Hello, sir. First of all, what a conversation to start the show with. I walk up to the table and I'm hearing about post-colonoscopy bowel movements. I had my first one in 2011 because I had a positive on a Hemocult test where there's some smearing involved on a card, which was not nearly as complicated as a colonoscopy, but I have Crohn's disease, so I have one every third year now, sometimes every other year. So I'm a big advocate of doing it because many types of cancer, they worry about curing cancer, and they have made great strides in extending lifespan and curing types of cancer. But there are certain types that are completely and totally preventable, and colon cancer begins as a polyp that eventually.
Wow. All right, you got a super chat.
Let's talk, Cowboys. $5. When I heard Carter with the foot issue, I screamed Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I mean, appreciate you. And, you don't do a good job on your channel, by the way. You know, I just want to let you know. You don't do a good job at all. Let's talk Cowboys. You do a great job. So, yeah, and I appreciate you for it.
Take the money out, all of it. Come on.
Yeah.
Wasting my time now. Come on.
Yeah. So appreciate you, man, for your support, and we will see what will all happen. And with that being said, you know, let me see what he's talking about, as far as Crohn's disease, what that is. Hold on, bear with me, because he said he have it, and I don't know what it is. Crohn's disease. Inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, that affects the digestive tract, that can cause inflammation and damage any part of the gastrointestinal tract from the mouth to the anus. Damn. That boy going through some stuff.
Eventually morphs into a tumor, and if you spot that polyp and you get it out of there, it never becomes a tumor. You never get cancer. So
damn. If you got Crohn's disease, man, let me know in the chat, y'all. That sound like it hurts. From the mouth to the anus. You know, I don't want that, man. You know, oh, wait. What food you got to eat to not have that? God, dog. If you got Crohn's disease, let me know, man.
it's not that big of a deal. I've never had a problematic post-colonoscopy bowel movement. It's not that big of a deal. It's a hell of a sleep. Like, I love and I know I've done it so many times now. Like, when you're there and they turn the stuff on, it's like, and I remember every time you're in the bed and it's like, you know what? All of a sudden I'm going to wake up and it's going to be over. I'm going to wake up and it's going to be over. And then boom, you wake up and it's over. Yeah. You don't. I remember none of it. I don't know if you're maybe kind of awake, but I remember none of it until I wake.
I want to get to the point, but I got to let it play out because this is a live feed and they haven't cut the clip up yet of him talking about the Cowboys maybe moving up in the draft. So if you guys bear with me, we're going to listen to this all. But salute to Toxic Tom. He said his dad, Av's dad, and some more people in the chat. You know, I'm praying for y'all. You know, I can't stand cancer, nor can I stand, you know, I guess Crohn's disease. You know, some people say eat nuts and fiber and stuff. So I'm gonna eat more nuts today. I'm gonna go pause if necessary. I'm gonna eat me a bag of. I'm gonna give me some mixed nuts today.
Up in the room. It's
pause.
It can save your life, and it's really not as bad. And the prep isn't that bad either.
That's what Tim Collins, our APD, said about the anesthesia. Remember we talked to him about it the other day. He said that 5 seconds when you start feeling it kick in just before you get knocked out. He's like, that's the most peaceful 5 seconds
exactly.
you've ever felt.
Yes, you feel like the world slows down. They're playing music, and you feel calm, and like everything's going to be fine.
Just floating.
And either you die or you wake up.
Yeah, either one. He wakes me up.
What are you guys doing here? Why are you here?
Because
you've never been here before.
No. Bobby talked our bosses into it because Bobby comes and he goes, "This is the place to be." Well, give us an intro. Give us a welcome to the NFL Combine Tour.
No, I want to have this conversation first. If you guys can afford to come here, you can afford to start paying me again to do this show.
Fast forward.
6'3", and Rappaport is what, 5'6"?
Gosh, is he
right?
6'3"?
Yeah,
6'3".
So one of the two felt intimidated. And there was a concern it was going to turn physical.
Oh, so I missed out something. Hold on.
You feel like the world slows down. They're playing music, and you feel calm, and like everything's going to be fine.
Just floating.
And either you die or you wake up.
Yeah, either one. He wakes me up.
What are you guys doing here? Why are you here?
Because
you've never been here before.
No, Bobby talked our bosses into it because Bobby comes and he goes, "This is the place to be." Well, give us an intro. Give us a welcome to the NFL Combine Tour.
No, I want to have this conversation first. If you guys can afford to come here, you can afford to start paying me again to do this show.
I would love to pay you. I would love to. Mike Flory, Gavin Spittle is listening.
We got father of mine to number
Gavin.
one. Yeah.
We're only here for 2 days, Michael. Yeah. Okay? Let's not go crazy with look.
It's not even a full 48 hours.
The sign back there, we can't even spell our company right.
Audacity.
It says Audacity, Washington, D.C.
Wow, that's amazing.
Not Odyssey, so don't give us too much credit yet. Mike,
have you guys been to Starbucks? Were you at Starbucks?
No.
Anything going down there today?
The one in the Marriott? No, not yet.
Yeah.
What the hell happened? I'm going to sleep yesterday. I'm trying to catch up on last-second headlines. I see Abdul Carter has a stress fracture, and there's a fight at Starbucks.
Well, it wasn't a fight. I was at dinner, and I got a text from someone just as we were standing up. Somebody texted me a tweet from PFT commenter, otherwise known as Eric Sullenberger of Barstool, and it said there was a big-time media something at Starbucks, and I knew right away what it was because there's been some heat between Ian Rappaport of NFL Media and Jordan Schultz of Fox recently with some reporting and counter-reporting on whether or not Tom Brady, the Raiders' minority owner, hosted Matthew Stafford, the Rams quarterback, in Montana. Rappaport threw water, or throwed as the case may be, on the
decaf
on the report, and then Schultz doubled down. So I knew there was a catalyst there, but there's been lingering animosity between the two. I've heard enough chatter over the years to know that there's something going on between the two of them. So the way we reported it, the way I heard it, and I got quotes from Schultz. I've spoken to witnesses to the incident from the Rappaport's perspective. He's there talking to an agent. In comes Schultz.
We're going to get to the content in a few, though. They just a little long-winded, but we're going to get to it. Appreciate y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all okay.
And just accosts him verbally, gets in his face, and says, Schultz says he doesn't remember using profanity. I'm told that there were multiple profanities, but basically if you keep talking about me, we're going to have a problem. Rappaport asked him to step back because he was right in his face, apparently, and he stepped back. And Rappaport, like, most people assume that anyone who covers the NFL is 5'2", because some of us are.
Yeah,
you guys can vouch that I'm not.
Yes,
right.
Yeah. Tom Pelissero is.
Not that that's an issue. Not that matters. It's funny that people are so obsessed with height, but I'm not 5'2", and the problem is Rappaport is not it's a problem, but when you're talking about a face-to-face.
It's not a face-to-face.
It's not a face-to-face. Because Schultz is 6'3", and Rappaport is what, 5'6"?
Gosh, is he
right?
6'3"?
Yeah.
6'3"?
So one of the two.
Man, height don't matter, man. I'm 5'11". Everybody be like, hey, Law, you short. Well, yeah. I'm taller than Mayweather, and he'll knock some people out. And I'm taller than Mike Tyson. I saw face-to-face with Mike Tyson, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, I'm 5'11", but I ain't going to fight Mike Tyson, you know. So height, I don't know what people get all dialed in with height or what have you when somebody's 6'3" or 6'4", and they naturally think that them people know how to fight. It already been proven that your best fighters are those who are my height. You know what I'm saying? So forget all of the people who 6'7". I would knock a 6'7" or a 6'8" or a 7-foot person on their back with my fist. You know, sure, man. But height don't matter. I'm telling y'all, man. But at the end of the day, yeah, 5'11", short, damn. Yeah, shoot. But I tell you what, you know, at the end of the day, boy, these short kings over here like, boy, we rule the world. We rule the world. Come on, man, come on. Yeah, let's go. But, hey, all of my brethrens are way taller than me. Oh, I can't say that. I can't say that live right now. Okay.
Two felt intimidated, and there was concern it was going to turn physical. So a report was made to NFL security, who has interviewed and gotten statements. And
NFL security?
The NFL's got no jurisdiction.
God bless me with height elsewhere.
With Schultz, from an employment standpoint, beyond the ability to call up Fox and say, we're pissed about your guy accosting one of our employees. They could deny him credentials to things, but there's really nothing they can do about it.
You mentioned that word accost. What is the legal definition of accost?
That's like
it's like
a local version of like a lower body injury.
No,
it's
accost means you could, because I looked
Come
at
on,
it before I used it. You basically go up and get in someone's face. You get up and get someone. He got up and he got in his face, and I guess he yelled at him.
So
and
this
he said
is the
some
number.
bad words,
this is the number.
although
one
he denies it. It's amazing. Because
On
I was
PFT.
telling my wife last night, and it's hard for me to not use profanity here because we were just using profanity on our show for an hour and a half.
Come on, get to the point. Come on.
Why does anybody care about this? It's like you don't understand. Everything.
I'm just gonna read the
is
transcript.
So lather, rinse, repeat. Abdul Carter's got a stress fracture. Oh, every year it's a guy. Not to downplay it because it's a serious situation for him, but every year it's some sort of But every 5 or 6 years you get something that pops beyond the usual stuff, and you've brought everybody together. They're all compressed in this city, and you hope for some crazy thing to happen. There was a time, we finally remember this, Reuben Foster, when he was coming from Alabama to the NFL, he got sent home from the combine because he had a heated altercation with a healthcare worker when he was getting one of his physicals done. So those things happen. They don't happen very often, and we got ours this year, and I am both proud of and ashamed by the fact that I was in the middle of it.
I know, because we all thought it was going to be you and Schefter like it is every other month.
No, we're fine now. I know life's more fun.
Come on with the other part of it.
You got a little animosity, but we're okay for now.
Here's what I want to know. Mike Florio, Pro Football Talk, Football Night in America. Jordan Schultz's father owns Starbucks.
He was the CEO of Starbucks. He isn't any longer, but he was the CEO at the time when it went from being tiny little regional thing into worldwide behemoth.
Does Jordan Schultz just walk in there and how does that work?
Can he use the bathroom without ordering something?
I wonder if he's just got like
a card?
the secret Starbucks black card where he gets free coffee like Kramer, free coffee for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I love it. It was fantastic. Mike Florio here on 105.3.
Outrageous.
Is this going to cost Abdul Carter going 1?
I got me a Starbucks car right now.
Depends upon who ultimately has the number 1 overall pick and whether to what extent they're troubled by it.
All right, you get some
sure he's
football
gonna do
talk.
the surgery. Like, the choice is let it ride and hope it'll be fine or get it fixed. There's always a chance if you get something fixed, there's going to be a complication, there's going to be an issue. You make sure you go to the best possible people to get it done and have it taken care of. But they get so obsessed over every little thing. Remember when Montez Sweat was coming out in 2019? He had a heart issue, and it was no big deal, and he still went in the first round. But there were teams that were saying we can never use a first-round pick on a guy that's got that issue. So Sims tells a story about he had a dislocated ring finger a couple of times when he was at Texas.
All right, give me a 1 if y'all want me to continue to play the audio, or I can just read the transcript. They got the transcript right here. Let me know. And we just killing time for right now. Then I got some stuff we definitely gonna talk about. But put a 1 in the chat. Put a 0. Put a 0 in the chat if you don't want me to stop.
We needed to have further evaluation. So
if you want me to stop,
it depends on whether it's the Titans or someone else with that first overall pick, and it depends on how risk averse that team is to this question and this issue. I did hear yesterday, and you hear all sorts of stuff. And I don't like to traffic and stuff I've heard because I don't know how accurate it is. But I did have somebody tell me that the Cowboys have talked to the Titans about moving up to number 1.
There you go.
Now, I think a lot of teams talk about moving around, and I don't know if you guys have heard that. But, yeah, that's a jump, and I don't know what you would have to put into that or whether you'd have to put Micah Parsons into that package.
All right. Woo! We finally got it. So he just said it. So moving up to the number 1 pick would be crazy. And Mike Florio and all of them, Mike Fisher, Mike Florio, they have a tendency of really, really being the kind of caliber of reporters that would like to put you right in a room of clicks with debate, but they do have inside information, right? So by him saying that the Cowboys considering moving up to the number 1 spot, who would be that guy that they move up for? Who is definitively speaking would be the number 1 pick for you? Is it a Travis Hunter? Is it a Cam Ward? Is it, let's say, Will Campbell? And that's kind of crazy to move all the way up for a damn offensive lineman. Florio is not reliable. I agree to that point right there.
It would go that way. But teams talk all the time. Like, I never get too moved by team talk. They talk all the time. When the report came out a couple of weeks ago, the Steelers called the Jaguars about Trevor Lawrence. I thought, well, yeah, they're looking for a starting quarterback. They're calling around to just see what the market will be. General managers talk to other general managers all the time, and you get, maybe you're thinking about moving to 5, so you want to see what it's going to take to get to number 1. So you can say to the team that's got number 5, this is what number 1 wants. So there's always different explanations for why a team would even do it.
But you would have to put that out there because you don't have to tell nobody. You don't have to say, hey, I'm considering moving up to the number one spot, you can keep that in your hand. You know, you don't have to tell or announce to the world, but we know that the Cowboys like to leak stuff out so that they can get a competitive advantage for it, or that they can get some things going with it. Now, there are some other things that's already out there. Let's say, for an example, this is only an example, that you can see that this kid right here, what's his name, Harold Landry or what have you, his position of need, healthy, 50.5 sacks in his career. He's only 28, former Titans pick under Vrabel. He's a Boston College alum. And when you look at everything, they did granted him permission to trade former Pro Bowler linebacker Harold Landry. And one thing that I can tell you for sure, in Matt Eberflus' system, that they really love to utilize linebackers. So, with that being said, this could be like a package deal, whereas, and I'm not using Parsons as trade bait, but there could be a situation whereas, hey, I help you out on this, you help me out on that, and that could be the case in a scenario that you package some things together. I will throw you in Michael Parsons. Plus I want next year's first, this year's first, and give me Harold Landry too. And therefore, I can also solidify my team with X, Y, and Z things because I'm looking for this particular kind of caliber of player for my offense or defense, and then you throw in some other stuff. There could be a situation. I'm not saying that the Cowboys will, but who else on the Titans? Can you rob the Titans of Jeffrey Simmons and Harold Landry plus their number one pick for Parsons? Would you do that? Would you solidify your team right now and you pick up Landry? Shout out to Tom. You know, that is his name, Harold Landry, right? Yes. And shout out to Tom then. You know, would you solidify your team with an interior guy like a Simmons plus Landry? You get rid of Parsons, but you get the number one pick, and you still draft Carter. You know, that could be a situation there. You know, they could be moving all the way up for that. They'll do all of that for Will Levis. Yeah. Ty Church says, okay, Law, I see where your mind is at now. You get what I'm saying is that that will be the only logical reason to move up for something because they want to skirt off and not pay Parsons the type of money that he's looking for, right? If they don't put it like this, woo, it just hit me. If they don't extend Parsons and give him a new contract, we got 56 days, 7 hours and 48 minutes. If Parsons don't get a new contract before that time frame, I think that could be at play. I think that could be the move right there, you know. Shit. Yeah. And you can parlay some stuff. You get Jeffrey Simmons. You get Harold Landry. You get that first pick. And then you get next year's first pick from the Titans. And then you pray to God that the Titans suck again. And boy, you be picking in the top 10s again. Yeah, shoot. That's how you get rid. That's how you get rid of a whole bunch of situations. Yeah. Now, before y'all shack me with the butter knife, let me look at their mock draft, what they got these boys going. They got them going with Cameron Ward. And then Abdul Carter going with the second pick. Shoot, my pinky toe, my left thumb, and all of my hips are bad. If I'm Abdul Carter, I don't want to go to the Browns. Shoot, I'm going to let them know, like, hey, man, I got Cronus or something. You know, I need to get helped out. You know, I don't want to be able to go to the Titans. I mean, the Browns. Shoot. Let's talk Cowboys. Sign Osa and trade Micah, mind blowing. You know? Yeah.
Y'all killing me with this.
But let me know. Let's talk Cowboy and everyone that's listening. Would you do it? Because what I'm ultimately saying here, you letting Osa walk, and you bringing in Simmons. Eddie Law here playing Madden. I'm just putting it out there. They the ones said that they are willing to trade up. You know, this could be a situation. But you don't have any other resources outside of future draft picks to trade up for that number one spot. And it's going to sound like this. The Cowboys are getting rid of 3 first-rounders this year first, next year first, and the third year first. I believe that's how much it's going to cost for you to move from the 12th spot to the first. Yeah. Yeah. Sam Williams is coming back. Yeah. And who's better? Jeffrey Simmons or Osa? You know, I just want to know. And Osa, my guy, you know, shoot, Osa, my guy. Osa is my guy for real. And I'm not BSing y'all. You know, Osa is my guy. Yeah. Who's better? You know. And let me see. They both play that 3 tech. Yeah. Let me pull this up right quick. Who better? And I want y'all to move Cowboys business out the way. Jeffrey is 6'4", 305. He's 27. He had 5 sacks last season, 48 pressures. Osa 6'2", 280. You know, and he had how many sacks? He had 7 sacks last season. They gave him a run grade of 50. Let me see what my guy did. They gave him a run grade of 73. Well, all of that extra weight, I guess, you know, you're going to be better on stopping the run inside, you know. Simmons, I thought for sure Simmons played that 3 tech. He's more of like the Chris Jones type, you know. I don't think Simmons is a 1, you know. I'm just saying. Osa is better. Let me see. Oh, no. Hey, how about have Osa and Simmons? Yeah. Let me go to 2023. Oh, no, here on 2023. Yeah, 6 sacks, 2022. Yeah, they don't have it up here. Yeah, 8 sacks. Yeah, his production, Simmons' production. Shout out to Mississippi State. You know, I'm always gonna be a little biased to my Mississippi boys, but Jeffrey is very consistent. Jeffrey is really nice. Can you imagine Jeffrey and Parsons, or Jeffrey on this defense? You don't know all of the folks over there on Titans land, you know. But I like them both. I feel you, Ashley. Yeah. And there's no shade nor hate upon my guy. I'm just telling y'all, if you trying to move up to the number 1 spot, then what is it? Or if you trying to move up in this draft, is it a Will Campbell? Or shoot, is it Cam Ward? Cam Ward can make every throw. Yeah, Cam Ward can make every throw. Yeah, Carter falls to the 12. Go get Carter. This is for Mosley. There could be a situation and scenario there. And I don't like to talk fantasy talk, but these are things with substance now, you know. So, and that's just for what it is. And speaking of that, we talked about this later yesterday when we was talking about Ted. You don't probably have to move up to get him. He could fall right in your lap. So there are notions or mindsets that you don't have to do anything but just be still, and you can still get a premium guy like this, and I think the world of what Tet can bring to the table, because he's, put it like this, in my opinion, if you gave me a choice between Tet and, let's say, Travis Hunter to a degree, I may still go with Tet. I may still go with T-Mac. Garrett says Ward ain't worth 3 number ones. I think that, this team would be fantastic if they just stay put. I'm worried when the team start moving up. I'm worried when the team start moving up. Let me say this again. I'm worried when the team start moving up. Let's not get too cute with this. Better not be no Mike Green, Tony. But I'm worried a little bit. I'll slide back, but I won't move up. I'll slide back maybe 1 or 2 spots. And my philosophy, if tags are touching, and you can still get something back in return, and they're touching, the tags are literally touching, and you still have the possibility to still get the one that you want, you slide back just a few. Don't slide all the way back to the 20s. No. Stay within that parameter, 1 or 2 spots back, and still get your person that you really want. Then I'm all down for that, because I still want this right here.
Hold on. You have a choice. You can have the boat or the mystery box.
What, are you crazy? We'll take the boat.
No, not so fast, Lois. A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything.
Yeah.
It could even be a boat. You know how much we've wanted one of those.
Then let's just...
We'll take the box.
We'll take the box. You gave up a boat for free tickets to a crappy comedy club.
Come on, Lois.
Come on, y'all remember that? Come on, man. Shoot. We slid back and got Parsons, right? But we didn't slide all the way back, And one can argue who's been a better player, Parsons or Smitty? Because we slid off from Smitty, right? Is that how that worked? How did it work, y'all? What couldn't we drafted Smitty? Wasn't he the best player available at that point or at that time? Or he was like, we'll slide back just a little bit, right? Jerry in a nutshell. Hey, and this is exactly how Jerry be explaining things, Come on, baby. Hey, let me see if I can find that thing again. Hey, where my guy? Mystery box. Here you go.
You're acting like this is the first time I've ever done something stupid. You remember the time I was supposed to get that boat? A boat's a boat, but the mystery box could be anything. It could even be a boat. You know how much we've wanted one of those.
Then let's just...
We'll take the box.
Yeah, oh my gosh, man. The boat is keeping Micah, Jerry in a nutshell. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's a crazy one that we are in.
Assuming it happened, but I did hear, haven't reported, haven't verified that there was a conversation.
Was a name attached to who they would go to one for?
No.
So how do you network and socialize out here? You're not going to be raging in the bars and all that stuff, right?
Well, no, I don't think that's productive because I have to be over here every morning at 6:30, and I don't.
My thing is reporting, and I'm glad I'm not a journalist. We ain't one of them folks right there, and we do news reporting. But how you gonna hear somebody saying, yeah, we finna move up to the first, but don't have a damn name attached to it? It seemed like you made that up You know, I'm just being real with y'all. It seems as if, though, he made it up. The Cowboys thinking about moving up to the first. Wouldn't the next answer would be, hey, man, off record, just tell me who we trying to move up for, you know? But don't just hit me with, you know, yeah, man, the Cowboys thinking about moving, and do you have any sources to it? Nah, I can't give out my sources. Well, hero, you the source then, you know? Because at the end of the day, attach a name to it at least, or attach a position. You don't have to put the name. You know, the Cowboys are really considering moving up, man. I'm hearing, even though they said the name, I'm hearing it is a quarterback. I'm hearing that it's a DB. I'm hearing that it's an interior offensive lineman or defensive lineman guy. That's what you're supposed to do at least, but to just put out a blanket statement, man, that crawls up my you-know-what. It's just crazy to me that we would do that, you know, or the media people would do that for clicks and views, you know. But, you know, as a content creator, we're going to have to create some content and talk about it. Yeah. Soto says trading up will be like trading up for Claiborne all over again. I know my guy, Action Powell, is somewhere watching this right here and saying, you know, lay off my LSU boys. But we would do that for Claiborne, but we didn't do it for Patrick Peterson. We didn't do it for the Honey Badger, but we did it for Claiborne. We picked the worst one out of the bunch, right? Come on. Come on, you could at least got one of them, and look who we passed up. And I know hindsight is 20/20, but there was no great tape of Mo Claiborne when I was watching him. You know, I like, hey, and shout out to Mo Claiborne. Me and him got some future business things that we're going to work on down the stretch. But there was no tape out there that when you looked at and you said, yeah, Claiborne going to be better than Stephon Gilmore. Yeah, I'm going to pass up on Claiborne to get Stephon. Gilly was locking folks down in South Carolina. I was like, come on, you're going to have to go get him, you know. and of course, Luke Kuechly was there. We passed up Luke Kuechly and Gilly. We traded up to get Mo Claiborne. Come on, man. Jeez. Shout out to you, Biz. Appreciate you. He says, this is a football stream. Yeah. Taco for damn sure wasn't better than TJ. Ooh, y'all pulling back some wounds and y'all pouring salt down in it.
Much regard for Brian. So I actually worked with him years ago at the New York Jets. And it was then that I probably saw, you know, how excellent he was. You know, both of us probably had a little less chrome and a little more juice on some things, but I knew then that he had rare things about him. And so it was an easy connection, you know, like him going to Georgia. I had just done that at Florida, like so many parallels that I've kept up with him through the years. Then to be, you know, on the same staff with him for 2 years, he helped me a lot, you know, first as, you know, an analyst to help look ahead and find some things. And then also, you know, obviously, and then when he switched back to coaching on offense. So he's going to do a fantastic job. He's got high-level coaching, high-level, you know, relatability, and when you put those two things together, that's a really rare combination. He's got them both.
Now, I'm just going to say this right here. Not everyone's lying. Not everyone is lying. When you hear other people talk glowingly of Brian Schottenheimer, he's about the third person that said that or said those things, right? Pete Carroll said it. Like, you know, now we're seeing Dan Quinn say it, right? But now we need to put the wordplay into actions. And I'm telling y'all that what if Shotty could be that guy in his vision, in his dreams, or, hey, we're going to get back to run. We're going to get back to some good old classic football stuff. And we're going to get things going because I have an immense amount of patience and built up aggressions to show to the world that I'm him. Or this is just tongue-in-cheek politician talk of them making sure that they saying something good about a guy that maybe could be working for them in the future or could be calling them up for a job or what have you. Not everybody's lying. Let me know how y'all feel about people speaking glowingly of Schottenheimer, you know. And let me know how y'all feel about that overall. Like, we don't know his scheme. We don't know his overall processing. But people who've been in those locker rooms are talking glowingly of Schottenheimer. And it appears that the Cowboys may have fallen into a good spot, or that's just me putting Kool-Aid out there. But also, with that being said, there's also news that's been reported that the Cowboys got a chance to get 45 former interviews at the Combine, and 12 of them being on the defensive side. Now, you only give 45, and if majority of them are defense, then it could be, and it may be appearing that the Cowboys are looking to go defense with that first pick. Let's listen to what they have to say. Yeah. I knew you were going to say that, Action Pile. Come on, man. Don't knock the rings off of the conversation. He said, Law just juicing up Brian. You know, okay, all right, well.
And then today at 2 p.m. Dallas time, the defensive linemen and the linebackers are going to work out. So the D linemen and the linebackers. Didn't Nick Harris say the Cowboys have a ton of D linemen lined up?
12. They get 45 formal interviews here at the Combine. And those interviews matter because that's where you get personal time with them, to get to talk to them and see them interact. And
it used to be 30?
It used to be 30. It's now 45. But those 45 interviews, 12 of their 45 have already been used up on confirmed defensive linemen.
Wow.
And that's just the ones they've confirmed. There could be more that have been used up on them, but that tells you Matt Eberflus is hunting, and Matt Eberflus doesn't feel like necessarily he has the pieces that he needs to run the defensive line the way he wants.
And then today at 2 p.m.
All right, so that's a snippet right there. Shout out to my guy for the snippets that he sent out. Just want to say we are razor blade thin at defensive line. We going into war with Osa and Mozzie. Who else we got? Carlos Rogers, right? That's it. That's it. Anybody else, they just find, and one can argue that Rogers and Mozzie, they don't really make up the line. Mozzie is a big wait and see, and also you got to pay him north of $20 million APY. And if they can't come out with an agreed contract, and I think Stephens Jones said basically that they will see what can happen by the end of this week. So we are razor blade thin on your interior, your defense. And I don't want to go back to the days of Antoine Woods, and no offense to him, but we don't want that, basically. And God help us with Mozzie, right? Yeah, so we razor blade thin at that particular spot. That's all I'm going to say with that. And it's very difficult being able to see whether or not we're going to get things moving and grooving. But this is one of the guys. Shout out to Pat No-C Walker. We're going to listen to a few of these interviews that they had with these guys.
So mostly those guys.
Have you had a chance to meet with, or do you plan to meet with the Cowboys?
Yeah, I have a chance to meet with him once I get out of here. April 2nd, I believe. I'm gonna go out to their facilities.
Oh, so you're an official 30?
Yeah.
Okay. What would it mean to be on a defense that has Micah Parsons up front? I mean, that's got to make things easy for you on the back end.
Yeah, when you have a star edge rusher like that, it makes everything easier because the balls can come out quicker. You got a lot of things in the back end that he takes the pressure off you. So having somebody like him, that would be great.
And what about iron sharpens iron? Because because you be having to stop a guy like CeeDee Lamb and Jake Ferguson, a Pro Bowler, and Dak Prescott throwing the ball out there.
Yeah. So going against those guys in practice, that just makes your game better. It just makes you step up because, I mean, in practice, like, you have to take those as game reps. So if you don't, approach it like that, then you're not getting any better. So.
Yes, indeed. That's the young kid, Craig Woodson. No relations to Charles, I believe, but he Grand Prairie, right down the street. Now we're going to listen to Malachi Starks. I think that he would be a good pickup for the Cowboys, but it's just the fact that with that 12th spot, we got so many other holes.
Where I can line up, I think that speaks to my versatility. Some guys ask me to line up outside. Some guys want me a nickel, they want me a safety. So it's just where I'll fit in their scheme.
He's talking about scheme fit, and he can play nickel or safety. I kind of patent him to a little bit better than a Branch from what's Branch's first name, y'all, from Roll Tide. He plays for the Detroit. I kind of put him in those particular parameters. Yeah.
About this draft class, what is the conversation about this draft
class? A few
things.
I think that the strength of this draft, according to the people who have really dug
Insiders,
into it,
yes, all the people you've talked to, yeah.
personnel people, middle rounds, 3, 4, 5. A lot of good depth and talent there. And I think the feeling is that the player you get at number 10 in this draft is similar to the player that you get at 35.
Jeez. Wow.
So
let me say this right here. Yeah.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
It's not that. And shout out to Adam Scheffner. If y'all taking what he's saying as rubies and gems, man, it's not the same.
So there's a group in there where there's not a huge separation.
Brian Branch.
Payday difference.
Yes. Yeah, oh yeah.
Drafted 11 overall, 34 overall. What are they?
Right. All right, this is Michael Williams, baby.
Have you met formally with the Dallas Cowboys yet?
I did.
How was that meeting?
I love that meeting.
What, anything stand out from it?
Can't talk about it, but I love that meeting.
He can't talk about it. Now, Michael Williams overall may be one of your better defensive edge guys in this draft, and I get it. We talked about, and they also met with Will Johnson, so we talked about a few of those things. And what I'm gonna say here is, I don't want another edge rusher, but if he's the BPA, go get him. But here's my thoughts on this. I'm still team Genty and Tet. One of them boys going to be there and should be there. Yeah. One of them boys going to be there and should be there. Let's listen to Kobe Bryant.
That's one of your biggest strengths. You're a ball hawk. You're always around the ball. What would you say would be your biggest opportunity for improvement coming into the professional ranks?
Tackling big backs. I want to tackle big backs like Saquon Barkley and stuff like that. So that's my biggest step next.
Big back, big back. Jeez, he want to tackle them big backs, boy. Appreciate y'all, man, so much for jumping in. All right, man. At this point, yeah, he's talking out his anus. I feel you, man. At this point, if you ever been caught up in a jam, and if you ever been in a situation and scenario that you've been in this case, you riding your motorcycle, and then all of a sudden you flip over because somebody barely moved over. And I hope that man is alive. This happened somewhere off of 635 Express. We hope all is well with him, and of course that's in Dallas or what have you. But if you ever in these type of situations, you already know who you need to call, and especially if you've been following this channel,
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
Call my phone.
There's 214-817, and all of the threes you can dial. There's Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. You can reach out to them and they have a combined of over 100 years of experiences. Yeah, combined, not individually, but over 100 years. Unless they're in New Orleans somewhere, and I heard vampires out there. But visit FrenkelFirm.com, and one of their guys out here will be able to assist you. Now, a wise person once told me, let people do what they want to do, so you will see what they will do or what they would rather do. That will always answer your questions there, ladies and gentlemen. It will always. So if you always have something, write that down, basically. People will do what they want to do, regardless of it. So never force anybody to do anything. People will do what they want to do. So just screenshot that. A wise person once told me, let people do what they want to do, so you will see what they rather do. In that particular breath, 657-390-7391. Come on with it. I got from the 304, live on the nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com. What you got, bro?
What's good with you, Law?
Not much, man. Not much.
Thursday.
Yeah, happy Thursday. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hey, man, look, I'm sitting here just making a salad, trying to get my healthy eating on.
Yeah.
But let me tell you this, dog. The worst thing we can do, I know people may not agree with this, the worst thing we can do is pay Osa. I don't think you can pay Osa and then turn around and not make bigger moves.
Right.
Because if you pay Osa first and you don't re-up Michael Parsons, and then you don't sit here and extend that, like you're moving backwards.
Let me say this though too, Lou. You also moving slowly because there's no sense of urgency. Right now, you can get Tyler Smith. You should be working on his contract and getting his contract already in order, right? And then you worry about Michael Parsons and you worry about Bland's contract. Osa should be somewhere in the mix, but by you waiting all the way to this point with Osa, you're going to end up paying more for what he's really pretty much should be getting. And Osa, my guy, I hate to talk bad about that situation, but those are facts.
Yeah. So this is, water in the bridge right now. But if you sit here and you re-up Osa last year,
right,
he's probably about 15 to 18 million.
No, a little bit south of that.
Really?
Yeah.
See, now you done turn around and you wait because you the big bad Cowboys. You wait, and now you at 20. Your base is 20.
Yep.
Your base is. Think about that. Your base is 20 for a D tackle that fades at game 8.
Yeah.
Game 7. Game 7, game 8, he disappears throughout the season. Playoffs, he is gas.
Yeah.
But so I like what he brings, but at the same time, I would rather go ahead and create my 80. You don't even have to create 100 million. Go ahead and create 75. Go ahead and create 50.
Right.
But go ahead and get you some veteran players instead of banking on these. We're banking on these ancillary players to play like they're stars at their position.
Right.
When they should be rotational guys or backups on a championship team. They should be backups on a championship team or good rotational pieces. They should not be put in a position to sit here and be a star. And you can't have stars across the board. I agree with that. But certain places, you need a star D tackle.
Right.
You need a star corner. You need a star receiver and a star quarterback. Now you can fill in and get you secondary third players to be your running back. You can go get you a Terrell Davis. You can go get you a Kyron Williams. You can go get you can go get your DeMarco Murray. He don't have to be a first round pick, but you can go get him in the 4th, 5th round to where you're not banking on them to come out here and run the ball 25, 30 times a game, like you did with Zeke.
Well, the thing is with TD, Terrell Davis, people like to go to that point. But Terrell Davis won't be Terrell Davising if he didn't go to that system. That was a system. The Shanahan. Terrell Davis under Jason Garrett, we don't know what he looked like. You know what I'm saying? But Terrell Davis under the Shanahan system, that wide stretch zone and inside zone, what they were doing, look, it was remarkable for them is what I'm trying to get at. So, in Kyron Williams, guess what system that is? The Shanahan system. So that's why, when we look at running backs from afar, we can see that, hey, some of those things can work when you are in the right system of drafting someone late. But it's not going to work for everyone to do those things.
Yeah. So with your knowledge and your research, when you look at what Schottenheimer, his philosophy, in my opinion, his philosophy is to be up to date on what's going on and what's working in today's game.
Yeah.
Do you see him being more of a zone runner, or do you see him doing more of the Shanahan tree, or do you see him doing more of the Pete Carroll tree? What do you see more of what would happen this coming year?
I don't know, because we got Clayton Adams that's going to be calling the plays, right? We're not calling the plays, but doing the install. And, of course, Shot is still going to be calling the plays from what I heard. But you're going to have some mixed pieces in there, because the unique thing about being a coach for over 20 years is that you pick up some things that others have been doing that's successful, and then you throw away those things that's not successful. So I look at that part of the Shoddy, I'm going to call him Schottenheimer for some reason. But Shoddy, I'm looking at those things, what he probably would bring to the table. There's no guarantees, so that's why I say you got to expect the unknown of this, because we just don't know. But to be fair to him, I think that we're going to do more heavy runs than there was in these last few years. We will not see shotgun runs every day, every play.
And which is funny, because I don't know what McCarthy's problem was. When you come in and all you say is you're going to run the ball, we're going to run the ball, we're going to run the ball.
Right.
But you turn around and you pass the ball 45 times to a Cooper Rush. So So who do you think that we'll actually go after in this draft?
According to information here, and I'm being very loosely with this, even though if you listen to these players, if you listen to the coaching staff, they're going to figure out a way to get a running back in this draft. And if Genty is not there, believe it or not, I'm with my guy Foots here, and they could be drafting a Marion Hampton at that 12th spot. Believe it or not.
No.
I just said believe it or not, because and I know Mel Kiper, I know he probably had the Piper on him, but he been getting some fatted information from someone. And that could be a situation there. Look, leave no stone unturned. So even have your mindset with the expectations of Omarion Hampton in that earlier spot there, believe it or not.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you 3 running backs right now, we can move on, that you can get in a 3rd, 4th, or 5th, well, I would say 3rd or 4th round.
Right.
That will serve it. Will be better. Will be better for their draft position and what we're, instead of drafting in the 1st round. You got your running back out of Texas, Blue.
Right.
Yep. He's one.
Right.
You have, I think the one running back out of Iowa. I think he'll go 2nd round. But
right.
If he slides, because he's not going to run a fast 40. If he slides, I can see him sliding to the 3rd round.
Caleb, yeah.
Then you have your running back out of UFC. Harvey, I think is what his name is.
Yeah.
So, those are 3 right there where you can get it. You got your Scadaboos of the world, which I'm not a fan of.
Right.
Because in my opinion, we got Scadaboo and we don't even use it.
Hunter Lupke, yeah.
Yeah, hey, I'm telling you. So if you go back and watch the film on Hunter Lupke,
but to be fair, but to be fair, he's very versatile back. But to be fair, we didn't use a lot of things, under that Mike McCarthy system. So Mike McCarthy never had in his philosophy and scheme, he never had a running back to lead, the league in running. You know what I'm saying? That's just for what he is. So if he don't do those things, then we couldn't expect for those things to occur. And that's why I said that the Cowboys now is with a situation whereas they got a guy that can call runs, and his name is Shotty and Connor Riley, and as well as Clayton Adams. So you got all of those things now.
All right, and this will be the last thing here. Don't be surprised, and I can see this happening. And with that being said, them looking at the roster, looking at the backs, and saying, all right, we're not going to re-sign Rico. We're going to probably bring in a journeyman, but we draft somebody in the 4th, 5th round, 3rd round at the best, and then we turn around and give Hunter a run.
Say that. Say that one more time.
You turn around and you Hunter Lukey is your rotational running back with the rookie and another running back. I just don't see them putting out a bunch of money to bring back Rico if he costs more than $2 to $3 million.
Well, his market value is 6.7.
I don't see that happening. Yeah. I'm sorry. And honestly, he's done a good job, and he played himself into a contract. I wouldn't do that. If I can't do that for Henry and give him additional $2 million, and you know what Henry brings, I damn sure it's not going to do that for somebody that had him on practice squad for the past 3 years. And he just, it's just his contract year, so now he blew it out the water.
No doubt, man. Shoot. It is what it is. Appreciate you, A. Lou. Thank you for calling in, bro.
No problem, Law.
Good call from him. And just to bring this up, we did have, I believe, my God. I'll see it. I can't play the rest of it because we got audio on there. But I just wanted y'all to hear that, that first part of it, That's Osa, you know what I'm saying? He my guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, Let's hear again.
I watch YouTube videos, bro. Man.
That ain't me giving Osa a few dollars and, hey, man, now I'm going to walk up to you and just say, for this sponsor shot, Law Nation, I watch your YouTube videos. No, that wasn't even an endorsement that was paid. There was a situation there, But I would say that they could have gotten that kid a whole lot earlier, paid him the money, and we didn't have to worry about these other things, ladies and gentlemen. And now we have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? You got it. Yeah, they be watching. Yes, it is. I can't say certain things, man. Yeah, I can't say certain things, man. I'll be in a heap of trouble. But to also bring up, and I hope I can play this, all right, so this is Marion Hampton, man. A lot of people got him comped as a DeMarco Murray, right? Minus the fumbles. And it could be because he wear a big number, 28 and 29-ish, And some people say that he remind him of Josh Jacobs, So, and he's a pinball now. He ain't no small, short guy. He's like 6 foot. He's north of 6 foot, and he's burly a little bit as far as his size on running and catching. He can catch a little bit too. But at the end of the day, when you look at Omarion Hampton and look, boy, he put that man on his arse. He could block it too, and he could run in between the splits. Yeah, he killed the old boy right there. Yeah. So, do he have long speed? I saw him get caught from behind and stuff like this, but he's an aggressive runner. He's an angry runner, right? I mean, you won't get mad at him if we fool around and get him and he do one of them type of runs where it take. Y'all saw all them jerseys? It took about the whole team. It was 11 people trying to take him down. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm getting at is that winning cures everything. It looks like Eddie George, Garrett B. Yeah, I feel you. Now, there's two Eddie Georges. It's the Cowboys Eddie George and it's the Titans Eddie George. Give me the Titans Eddie George. Don't give me the Cowboys Eddie George. I got 469. What's on your mind? You're live.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing great, man. Talk to me.
Okay. I like Mario Hampton if Ashton Jenkins ain't there. Because he's like the second best running back. And it's a dude I want you to check out. Marcus Yarns.
Yarns, yeah.
Yarns, yeah.
Yeah.
Check him out too. He's good. If we can get 2 running backs, that'd be good. But I mean, if Carter, I don't know if he'll fall with the broken foot. He still might go number 1, but we need to go running back and then 2 defensive tackles for our second and third pick, and then get another running back, and then a free agent wide receiver. And that's if I was the Cowboys, that's what I would do. What you think about that?
So you go on with the first pick, a running back, and then with the second pick,
you gotta have a running back.
You gotta have a running back, and then the second pick you go on DT, right?
Yeah.
And then the third pick you going with another DT,
another defensive tackle. Yes.
You don't got no 4th pick now, and then you had to wait to the tip of the 5th round almost.
We got 3 5th-round picks.
Yeah, but 3 5th-round picks. They it's not as glorious as 3 3rds or 3 4th-round picks,
right.
you know. Unless we trade one. If we got 3 5th-round picks, I'm getting rid of one of them to move up, you know what I'm saying, in the 4th or something, man, and parlay a next year, because what you're trying to do is get to your top 100s, you know. And 3 5th-round picks, man, you know, now you dealing with guys that could be something special, or could be something that is like a Jalen Brooks, or Eric, whatever the guy named that we drafted a couple years back. You know what I'm saying? That we moved up.
Scott,
yeah, Eric Scott. And shout out to the Scotts, man. They follow the channel too. But you know, it could be like one of those type of things, man. So I just say package those picks together. We got 10 draft picks, and get as close as we can to get, you know, within the top 100. Because in actuality, a good draft is you may be getting 2 in a possible starters. 2 in a possible.
Right.
All 10 of these guys, you don't want them to start. You don't want all 10 of these guys to be starters, right? You ain't going to be a team that's winning. Yeah. So that's how I look at it, you know.
If you Stephen Jones, you want all of them to start.
Yeah, you want all of them to start. Yeah. Yeah, but when you really look at everything, you don't want all 10 of these guys to start because, you know, it's just for what it is. But the Cowboys' mind, you can always sell the unknown, and that's always because you got nothing to go off of, right? And people going to be like, hey, let's be positive, you know, because these guys can be the next X, Y, and Z. You got to give them a chance. I get all of that, but at the end of the day, these are the things that you could be dealing with as far as that.
How the Cowboys grade coaching A with Mike McCarthy there?
Mike McCarthy, yeah.
Yeah, they gave him an A for last year. That's
well, the players. If you are a player's coach, then you're gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you're gonna have a little bit more of a grace, because if I needed to take a day off, I'm not getting my ass chewed out. Coach loved me, you know. So that's what you get, you know. With that being said, you don't get all of the scrutiny. Yeah. When you're a player's coach, you know what I'm saying? Hey, coach, I need to take these few reps off. Yeah, you know. Oh, hey, coach, I need to get a water break. You know. And if you got one of them unplayer coaches, what water break? Hey, coach, I got asthma. Well, the asthma field is over there. You know what I'm saying? You know. So, and I'm just saying that's why he probably got a high grade, bro. They love Wade Phillips too. They hated Bill Parcells when he was here. You know what I'm saying? So, but which one was better for us?
Bill Parcells.
Yeah, that's how that go, man. I appreciate you for calling in, fam.
All right, take care.
You as well, man. And that's unfortunately, y'all, that's how it is, man. I used to hate lima beans and butter beans growing up. Now I love them, man. Woo! Give me some butter beans right now. Oh my gosh, man. Somebody make me some butter beans, man, and give me a little rice on the side, man, and a turkey neck or or some whatever the fat meat that you put in it, you know. Yeah. Shoot. Uh-oh. Okay. Got some developing news. Camp Cupcake. They love that, ain't this right, Gary B? Yeah, let me see if I can. Yeah, let me go right here. Twitter. All right. States here, Agent David Cantor tells 105.3 The Fan that DeMarcus Lawrence, good news, he's 100% healthy. That's what all agents should say. Bad news is he a free agent, so the Cowboys fans who love DeMarcus Lawrence, there may be possibly that he will leave. Cantor is optimistic that Lawrence can return. He meets with the team this Friday. Here's what my thoughts are on David Cantor. Oh, so close to signing too. Yeah, they said that they're going to try to get everything done by the end of this week. Dave Cantor called out the Cowboys on BS before, and they signed their D-Law just like that. He said the salary cap is a myth, you know. Yeah, Commanders might pick him up. Yeah, so just putting that out there. That, you know, Dave Cantor is one of those guys that's not afraid of calling out bull sugar, you know. So Dave Cantor is one of those guys. So I'm going to see if I can find it. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. If I can find this clip, boy, we rolling in good sauce over here. Hold on. Long Nation. Let me see if I can find it. I think I can. Nah, I ain't gonna be able to find it. Dang. He got one of them names that I can't find it. But let me see, Long Nation. DeMarcus. Hold on. DeMarcus Lawrence. Let me see if I can do it that way. It ain't gonna pull up. But he did call him out. And remember, it was him saying, hey, all right, well, tell Steven to put the daddy on the phone, and they got the deal done. So that could be the situation and scenario there with all of those things. But if you somehow, let me see if we got anybody else. Let's let Pastor Tim on the phone, man. Let me get Pastor Tim in. 1, 2, 3. From the 469, what's on your mind?
Hey, my brother.
What's good, bro? You live. Talk to me.
Hey, I think what we should do in this drought, in the first round pick, this is what we might going to do.
Right.
We are going to do, and I can feel it, trade down, and get 2 picks in the second round, and see where else can we get in the 4th round. So I was shocked that 5th round pick. I was like, we got three picks in the 5th round. So I would get one of them picks from the 5th round, and hopefully trade up with that. And with the 4th round, we could maybe pick somebody for the 1st round. So I think there'll be a good thing we should do, because the more picks we get, the better we will get as a team.
Okay. More picks, better we get, man.
What do you think about that?
I don't want it to get too cute. I don't mind trading down. I do mind trading up. But if we trade down 1 or 2 slots, I'm okay with that. I can live with that. If we move off from Ashton Genty, I'm mad, right? I'm mad. I'm like, F. I'm dropping F-bombs on my channel, right? If we move off from Tet, I'm dropping F-bombs. I'm mad, right? And let's say we get a Michael Williams or we get a Marion and we move off of those particular things, then I'm kind of upset a little bit. But I'm always with the belief, too, that I look at the complete draft picture. But far as content creations, I got to give you guys my raw emotions. That's why I tell people, man, let me be a content creator. Let me give y'all my raw, you know what I'm saying, emotions.
Right.
And then, let me put my analytical hat on. But I don't want us to get too cute in this particular draft and say, let's trade down so far so we can get an extra fourth pick, so we can get an extra pick in the fourth round. I wouldn't do that.
Well, the reason why I say that, look what we did last year. We have did last year. And, oh yeah, we did it last year. We did a year after that. Because guess what? We got a linebacker, number 30, Notre Dame, from Notre Dame.
Yeah.
We got the linebacker from Notre 35. He was a rookie. So we got him. We got him in the second round.
Yeah. We got
2 picks. We had 2 picks in the second round. Because we traded that first pick trade down.
He's top 100. Yep.
The more picks you get, you might get lucky, get somebody special to help your team.
You talking more so about Cooper Beebe when we move back a little bit to get, that deal with Tyler. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, man, it's best to look at the spot where we at. 12 pick, right? We got the 12 pick. So that's not really great. It's not really great. Helpful. It's like when you trade, it's like it could boost your and know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Know what you're gonna do when your pick come up. If you do trade down, you know what you're gonna do, and then you can say, okay, well, that's the case. We get a wide receiver.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. I see the wide receiver. Okay, we get it. We got a wide receiver where we want it. So cause all we do, we don't need a first round wide receiver. We need like a secondary wide receiver. That's all we need. We get that. Okay, we get them in the first round, second round. But the second round come up. Okay, we can look at. Okay, we can look at the running backs position. Okay, I looking at that running back from Ohio State. They got 2 running backs from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Looking at which one we need? You know what I'm saying? Get the one.
Give me Travion. Yeah. Give me Travion. Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
So then we go to the third round. Okay. Look at the fact. Look at the board. Look at what we need at the board. Look and say, what we can get. Looking at we do got pass rusher available.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can we get that pass rusher? From Memphis or from Georgia? It's other guys. It's still on the board. We can't get better as a team, as a unit. So you look at the 5th round pick. You got 3 picks in the 5th round. I mean, that's a maybe. The 5th round is like a maybe type of guy. So it's not so special, but you might get lucky. You never know. You might get blessed.
No doubt, man. But man, I appreciate you, man. But in closing, bro, Okay,
like I said again, we have to shop and see what not get too cute, not get too fancy.
Right.
But let's shop and see what we're gonna do in this coming picks.
No doubt.
So God bless everyone, and thank you for helping me, Big Lord. And how about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? Shout out to you, Pastor Tim, man. Thank you so much for jumping in, man, for his words and all of his endeavors there. I appreciate him for calling in. Cowboy Nation, I had to go live a little early because I have to leave a little early. But I would say this. We will possibly go live again later on today because we got the combine and stuff, and I got a lot of things that I got to get done. So I appreciate all of y'all. Love y'all to the sun and back, or to the stars and back, and let's continue to grind and shine. DC for life, not for short. Baby, let's get it. Got to make a hard exit out of here, though.